Yo guys, in today's video I want to share some success stories that I've experienced myself with using Whaleportal, especially with this price action with Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now going down and even touched the level of 28.4k roughly, and you see this white line right here. That is the moment where I actually opened a short position but also closed my long positions, and where Bitcoin dropped lower. This was also shared over on WhaleAlerts. So yeah, I have shared this trade over on WhaleAlerts as well, exactly on that moment whenever Bitcoin dropped. And I wouldn't expect that midday, and that is the power of Whaleportal, guys. I wouldn't expect this midday that I was opening a short. Actually, I wouldn't have a clue, but because of some signs on Whaleportal, I could make that decision, flip my bias, because as you guys know, I've been very bullish right here. Bitcoin has just been coming down, and I've been seeing the weakness in the shorter term time frame only by using Whaleportal. And I want to share that experience with you because you might learn something from that, the way how you can analyze, the way how you can use Whaleportal as an edge for your trading. So guys, let's jump straight into it. Like, first of all, I wanted to state here that we actually went long on Bitcoin. Bitcoin went up. We actually thought, okay, right now we can see a breakout. Maybe we can go a little bit higher. It didn't happen. We got rejected. We came down. For me, I took profits right here and let it come down. And right at this specific moment, I actually was looking for new long positions again. But I haven't opened any long positions because I just didn't saw the signs on whaleportal.com like showing me like nice signs of a good long situation. So that's why I just thought like, okay, we are hovering at the support. I am in the mood to long. That is my emotional state as well, because I am believing that Bitcoin will go up, but the data is not backing it up, right? The structure is saying, yeah, it possibly can. But the derivatives exchange data is not confirming that. So that was easy for me to say, okay, just wait. Don't trade, just wait, right? Then we were going down right here, and I was like, okay, Bitcoin might be losing a little bit momentum. And then I start to look at the Whaleportal signs again, and we were seeing like the funding was positive, but it was higher than normal positive. The premium went green. Premium index went green. I will show you the charts in a bit. The open interest went up when the price went down. That is also bearish. And when I saw all these signs, I was like, okay, this is bearish for Bitcoin in the shorter term time frame. So we got to be a little bit more cautious right here. So therefore I opened a short at this white line, and I also said like, okay, if we just do something that break back above, I closed that short. But yeah, as you can see, we still right now below that level. I do that basically to hedge my hodl portfolio as well. That's also what I explained in the video that I published, because we publish extra videos on WhaleAlerts. And I published the extra video right here where I basically explained that I opened this short position because 100% of my net worth, or most of my portfolio, is in crypto. Almost everything is in Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes down, my portfolio and the money that I have also goes down. So when I open a short right here, I at least get some money to cover for those losses for my hodl portfolio, right? So based on your risk management, you gotta decide what you think is the best way to do. I'm just sharing right here the strategy, but also the way of thinking, the types of steps that brought me to making that decision, right? So when we go to Whaleportal and we go right here, we went to the funding rates. The funding rates were higher than 0.01. So we have like these kind of funding rates. That is not a bullish sign, right? These high funding rates, a lot of people are longing Bitcoin. It's just not the most bullish sign. But okay, we could see that through the fingers, right? Then when we went to the premium index and we go to the bars, we can see these islands of green bars, which is bearish basically. But yeah, we can see that right here as well. We have these islands of green bars, the premium coming up, which also is, I thought, this is bearish. So even though the structure is still bullish and most people are bullish, the data was not backing that up, right? So then the taker by sell ratio, I know it's still above the green line, but it's coming down right here. It's coming down, so it's slightly in the downtrend. And the open interest, I think that was one of the also a very important signal. If we go to the open interest right here, we click on Bitcoin, then we can see that the price was going down of Bitcoin while the open interest, the aggregated open interest, was going up. And if you guys know that from the learn section, if you go to the learn section and you click on open interest, you can see right here what is a bearish open interest when the price is going down and the open interest is going up. So when I put all these signs together, like positive funding, premium green, open interest going up while price is going down, for me it was like, okay, right now I actually want to be bullish, I want to long Bitcoin, but the data is not backing that up. The data is basically saying the opposite. So right now it's better to hedge, just open a short. So that is basically how powerful derivatives exchange data is, because it gave me so much clarity in these last candles for Bitcoin. Because right here we could call it very nicely and ride this wave up, right? We could already recognize that this wave eventually won't start a new uptrend. Then we could recognize to not open a long position when we actually felt like it, because data was not backing it up. And even though we were bullish on Bitcoin, we could flip our bias short term into a bearish bias, just because of that data. And guys, that is actually super powerful, because what I learned from all the traders that I'm reading interviews from and so on, they always say like, you gotta react on the markets. You know, do not force your hand. Do not like follow one scenario and just clinch to that scenario and hoping for it to play out. No. That's not how trading works. We cannot control the markets. Yesterday we can have a buy signal. Today we can have a sell signal. In 5 hours we can have a buy signal again. This is how the markets work. You cannot predict it, basically, right? You cannot influence it that much. It is the same as like surfing. The only thing that you can do is you can look at the waves. One wave is coming. You can position yourself accordingly and then try to catch that wave. Right, but you cannot steer the wave. You cannot make the wave faster. You cannot make the wave higher. You cannot make the wave lower. So I also have to tell myself that often, like, hey, you have to ride the markets, right? You do not control the markets. You don't know what's going to happen. You can just see, look at the data and then make assumptions based on the data. But I really think that Whaleportal is a great tool, is a very great tool in order to help navigate through the markets. And it helps in predicting the right direction. It helps in predicting risk. It helps in confirming or invalidating your scenarios that you're watching. But it also helps with the confidence, which is very important, and with your bias. So because as a trader, it's very important that you can like easily flip your bias in an instant, right? And it's easier to flip your bias if you got evidence to back that up, right? So yeah, guys, this is just one of the ways that I think Whaleportal is a very big edge that you have, if you understand it correctly, that you can use and that most traders are not really aware of. Some traders, they are aware of derivatives exchange data. Maybe there's some look at the funding rates, but they don't really understand it on a deep level. And I know some of you are using Whaleportal every single day, and I know some of you are profitable because of Whaleportal, because I get messages from you, and I really love to read that as well. So I know this works. I know it works, and I just want everyone to get that edge and to don't get wrecked in the markets and to just have a better grip. So when we have a look at the Bitcoin price right now, we are in this falling wedge formation. The data on Whaleportal is not yet screaming buy, although the funding rate is coming a little bit down. That is nice to see. The sentiment's changing a little bit. Slowly, the bulls are turning bearish. We are in this 60-day cycle low period. That is, of course, also visible on Whaleportal on the cycles dashboard. So it would make sense to make a low right here. It would be a late low, right? It is a late low because we already surpassed the 60 days from the previous low. But nevertheless, it is possible for Bitcoin to make the low at day 62, day 63 or something. So we have to see how that is playing out. We have the wildcard scenario that we break down and from the falling wedge and then break back up. Do take in mind, guys, for the bullish scenario right now, the safest thing to do is wait for the markets until they are more clearer and come more into your direction. So it doesn't really make sense to try and catch the exact bottom, if you ask me. We've tried that multiple times. It's better to wait for this to turn around. We get evidence that Bitcoin is in that uptrend, that Bitcoin gets that momentum push and stuff. Because with that evidence, the risk decreases, right? If you just ape into longs because you think it's a bottom, you might catch the bottom, which means you have a beautiful entry. But you don't have any evidence yet that that is actually the bottom, right? So when we go up and you enter from here a trade, you have a less good of an entry. But you already have a better confirmation that most likely you have seen a bottom. Which means that that trade carries less risk. So guys, that's just the way I look at the markets. I think Whaleportal is a very good tool to help. We are building again, of course. We are constantly building on this website. It's not ready yet. It is in constant development, guys. So right now we have all the platforms basically where you can look at these charts and the Bitcoin price at the same time. But we are also going to build one chart with all the metrics below, so you can see in one eyesight directly what is going on in the with Bitcoin. We're also going to add more tokens eventually to Whaleportal. So not only Bitcoin and Ethereum, but more tokens will be added to this website, guys. And yeah, of course, for the ones that are interested, guys, if you are interested in joining our private Telegram channel, you can do so for free. The only thing you need to do is you need to join BitGet or Bybit with the affiliate link down below. Be an active trader, deposit a minimum of $100, and then you can submit your user ID over on the Whaleportal website right here at WhaleAlerts. And after you submit your user ID and Telegram handle, we will look whether you meet the deposit requirements and so on. And then we will add you to the Telegram channel. So if you are interested in that extra support, in that extra information, extra videos that you get over on the Telegram channel, make sure to join, guys. You can do so with the affiliate links down below. Then I want to thank you all for watching. I want to wish every single one of you a beautiful day today. And I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.